one.
Yes, please.
Oh, I'll tell you a tale. But this one isn't like the others. It's not about monsters or ghosts. This, my dears, is the legend of Freshbooks.
Freshbooks? What's that?
Freshbook is an accounting software designed for solo owners, freelancers, and sole proprietors. It is a powerful, cloud-based app with features for expense management, invoices, time tracking, and reports.
Grandma, Freshbook is still used these days, right? What does it do?
Diana, its main purpose is to make managing finances simpler. FreshBooks streamlines invoicing, tracking expenses, managing projects, and generating reports. By automating all this, it saves businesses precious times and helps them see their financial picture more clearly, leaving more time for growth. It's a tool for order to help people escape the chaos of accounting.
Hmm, I don't understand it very well.
Well, you're still young. Maybe one day you'll understand.
Freshbook doesn't sound scary to me.
Oh, it is, in its own way. Now listen closely, children, and I'll tell you about a young accountant named Vern and her encounter with FreshBooks. It was dark, stormy night. An old, creaky accounting office, empty. But for Vern, a young, freshly hired accountant, she sat alone at her desk, staring at the screen in front of her. The fluorescent lights above flickered, casting eerie shadows across the room, and the wind outside howled, rattling the office windows. Vern's heart raced. She was alone, and before her, unfamiliar software glowed on the screen, taunting her with its complexity as she scrolled through the window. As she scrolls through the screen, the numbers seem to twist and blur. A tangle of bills, unpaid invoices, forgotten expenses. Each one is a silent curse hanging over her. Worst of all, the looming nightmare of taxes hovered in her mind, casting a shadow over her nerves. She could feel the weight on her financial chaos pressing down on her, tightening around her with every click. It was as if software itself was alive, waiting for her to make a mistake. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard, trembling as the cold, hard reality of her job set in.
What? What is this?
FreshBooks, a mysterious tool crafted to banish financial chaos. Its purpose was to bring order to the madness that hunted small business owners in the dead of night.
No, I'm scared.
Congratulations, Miss Welvern, and welcome to Why Are You ang Panagat Company. We're thrilled to have you on board. In accounting department, you'll get hands-on experience with managing finances, which will help you professionally and personally. I'm looking forward to see you thrive and make a meaningful contributions to our team.
Thank you, sir. May I ask what software do we typically use here?
Good questions. We use FreshBooks around here. Quite handy for the work we do.
Books. Could you explain how it works, sir?
Absolutely. FreshBooks is a straightforward platform that let us create invoices, track expenses, manage projects, and generate detailed reports, all in one place. Especially it's user-friendly, so even folks without deep accounting knowledge find it easier to navigate.
How does it compare to QuickBooks, sir?
FreshBooks tends to be simpler and popular among freelancers and small businesses, while QuickBooks offers more in-depth features that are useful for larger businesses. We find FreshBooks efficient for what we do.
Got it. So, how do I actually get started with FreshBooks, sir?
Alright, first you'll need to sign up and log in. FreshBooks guides you through the setup process from there. You'll enter our company details to personalize everything. Once that's done, you're ready to start adding clients.
How do I add clients?
It's simple. Just go to the Client tab, click on plus New Clients, and enter their details. This keeps all their informations, like billing and project history, in one place. Very useful for tracking work and ensuring timely payments.
And invoicing? How do I send invoices?
For invoices, go to the Invoice tab and click Create New Invoice. Choose the client from the list. Fill in service details, rates, and tax, and then hit Send. FreshBooks can email the invoice directly to the client or let you download it as a PDF. Next is expense tracking. Under Expenses, click New Expense. Enter detail like amount, vendor, date, and category. You can even connect FreshBooks to our bank account to import expenses automatically.
Sounds very efficient, sir.
It is. For any project billed by the hour, go to Time Tracking, select Log Time, and record the hour worked, which lets you bill clients based on track time.
This system seems easy to work with.
It is. You can even create estimates. In Estimates, click Create New Estimates, add the project and client detail for approval. Once your client accepts it, you can convert the estimates into invoice in just few clicks. Then in Invoices, you can monitor each invoice's status, paid, unpaid, or overdue, so you'll know if any follow-up is needed. And the Report tabs provides financial overviews, like profit and loss, and sales tax summaries. Great for keeping an eye on our company.
So everything is in one place. I like that. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate the detailed explanation.
To help you. I hope everything is clear. Feel free to dive in and get started. And again, welcome to the team.
Finish these invoices, just a few more, and I'm done. Why won't anything balance? What's wrong with this program? Unresolved debt? But I didn't enter any debts. Unpaid debts, unfinished lights. Are you ready to settle what we need? Who are you? I am Diana Grind, bound to these numbers and debts for eternity.
Oh, Diana, another poor snow ensnared by your greed. Poor Vern, you're the latest victims of Garai's curse.
I don't understand. I'm just started it. I'm just doing my job. Your job? This is more than a job. You're part of the Freshbooks now. Every error, every unpaid invoice, every decimal of balance, it binds you to us. To this. No! This is just an accounting job. Not whatever is this. 10 million? But I don't owe anything. Oh, but now you do. You are the bearer of the curse. My debts, my mistakes are now yours to settle.
Only two choices remain for you, Vern. Pay or pass it on.
Pass it on? Do you mean find someone else to take it? Yes, someone willing to accept the fresh books. But be warned, each time the debt grows, no one leaves unscathed. No! I won't do it! I pay it off somehow.
The debt cannot be paid with mere numbers. Every late night, every bit of energy drained, every piece of your sanity. These are only payments we accept now, and will take them until you're as hollow as we are. No one has ever paid the debt. They all give in or go mad. If you are determined, we'll be here to watch you fade. Welcome, burn to eternity.
Do you think it's real, Grandma? I mean, Freshbook isn't really haunted, right?
Well, Freshbook itself, that's just a tool. But the story, now that's a little different. You see, Freshbook was created to bring order from chaos and to help keep track of everything you earn, spend, and owe. But when people don't pay attention, when they let things slip through the cracks, that chaos can creep back in.
So, is that what happened to Vern? She let things slip?
Exactly. Vern didn't just understand the responsibility that came with it and got out of hand. A fresh book can be a wonderful tool, but if you let those numbers get away from you, well, it starts feeling a little lot less like numbers and a lot more like shadows on your mind. Unresolved debts, missed payments, forgotten invoices, they build up and eventually they come back to haunt you.
So it's like a warning, right? If we use things like FreshBooks, we have to keep on top of everything.
Yes, dear. FreshBooks can help keep things neat and manageable, but it can do all the work for you. That's where people fail into trouble. Like Vern, they get careless. They let things slip, and soon they're haunted by overdue bills, tax deadlines, and worse, some says that it's software that's haunted. That if you stare at it long enough, you'll see numbers starting shifting on their own, twisting to reveal debts and you didn't even know were there.
But, Grandma, that's just a story, right?
Stories have a way of sticking around, Barn. And FreshBooks, well, it's a tool meant to keep things clear and simple. But the trick is, you can never forget the details. Miss a payment, miscalculate a balance, or fail to track an invoice and suddenly things don't look so simple anymore.
So Vern didn't just fail the program. She failed herself?
That's right. FreshBooks is only as good as the person who uses it. And the debts we carry, they're not always about money. Sometimes they're promises we haven't kept, responsibilities we've ignored, or chances we've let pass us by. Those are the hardest debts of all. So remember, my dears, always keep a close eye on your debts and promises. Whether they are in FreshBooks or in other life, leave them unchecked and they'll come creeping back, casting shadows over even the brightest days.